The Mysterious Journey of Simbha. In the heart of the dense jungle lived a small lion named Simbha. He had shiny brown fur and striking blue eyes that made him unique among the other animals. Simbha loved dressing up, and his favorite outfit was a bright red t-shirt and blue shorts. He was known for his playful spirit and curiosity. One day, while wandering near the jungle's edge, Simbha stumbled upon the mysterious abandoned mansion. The gates were rusted, and an eerie silence surrounded the place. There was a sign hanging on the door that read, "Stay away." But Sharu's curiosity got the better of him. Despite the warning, something about the mansion pulled him in, almost as if it was calling him. Simbha pushed open the creaky door and stepped inside. The inside of the mansion was cold and unsettling. Cobwebs hung from the ceiling, and the walls were covered with strange, ancient paintings. As Simbha took a few steps further, he suddenly heard a whisper, "Why have you entered my domain, Simbha?" Simba's heart began to race. The whispering continued. He looked around but saw no one. "You should have asked before stepping in here." Suddenly, a shadow began to form on the wall, growing larger and moving towards Simbha. Frozen with fear, he watched as the shadow took the shape of an old, ghostly lion with glowing red eyes and smoke swirling around his body. "I am the guardian of this mansion," the old lion growled. "No one enters here and leaves alive." Simba's throat dried up, but he mustered up the courage to speak. "I didn't mean any harm. Please let me go." The old lion chuckled darkly. "There's no way out, but if you accept my challenge, you may have a chance." Simbha realized he had no other choice, so he nodded and accepted the challenge. The old lion explained, "You must pass through 3 rooms. Each room will test your courage. Succeed and you shall live." The doors to the first room creaked open. Simbha entered the first room, and as soon as he stepped in, the walls began to close in on him, threatening to crush him. He panicked, but quickly remembered his agility. With a swift leap, he darted toward a small door on the other side of the room and slipped through just in time. The second room was pitch black. Simbha could hear strange noises all around him, like footsteps echoing in the dark. Something was following him, but he couldn't see what it was. Trembling with fear, he kept moving forward until he reached the other end of the room. In the final room, Simbha found himself standing in front of a giant mirror. As he looked into it, his reflection began to change. The image in the mirror was terrifying, with twisted features and menacing eyes. It was as if the mirror was showing him his own worst fears. Simba's heart pounded, but he stood his ground and stared into his blue eyes, saying, "I can conquer my fear." The moment he said those words, the mirror shattered into pieces. The final revelation. The old lion appeared once again. "You have shown great courage, Simbha," he said. "You may leave now." Simbha walked out of the mansion, breathing deeply in the fresh jungle air. From that day on, Simbha was no longer afraid of anything. He had faced his fears and emerged victorious. Before ending the story, if you like the story, please comment yes for more new stories of our lovely Simbha. Simbha returned to the jungle as the bravest lion, ready to take on any challenge that came his way.